I have this client whose purpose in coming basically is that she hasn't been able for years and years and years to do her music. As a girl, she was wonderfully creative and recognized and everything else. And then something happened. They got her to learn the regular stuff. And ever since they got her to learn the regular stuff, she hasn't done it. She hasn't been able to do it. And now as an adult, a middle-aged person, she's super unable to do it. And that's her complaint.
Music. She can't.
Yeah, and she will berate herself about this. And I always get, as a therapist, discouraged by this external, I went home and I had all this time, and wouldn't you think I would try to do, and I didn't, and I'll do anything else, and this kind of stuff.
Yes.
I see you recognize.
Yes, yes.
And somehow my job is to hear from the inside some way. This berating from the outside won't get us very far. And the other thing I typically don't like so much is, but I go with, is reports of events. So she comes in and she knows all that. She comes in and she sits a while quietly, and then she says, well, I better get work out of the way. Meaning, implicitly, I know you're not so excited about that, and I also know that I'm going to spend half the hour just telling about, but somehow I can't get it out of the way unless I do this.
Yes, I have to tell you this.
And there again, one way of talking about the implicit is it's always there. It's like there's so few words between two people who know each other well, like a therapist and a patient, that they know that they know that they know that they know without knowing being explicit, without not only it not said, but not even thought separately. It's like you just understand, oh yeah, right. So it was like that.
She has all this knowing of you and what you...
And herself, in a sense. And all the criticism about how I waste the time and all that stuff she didn't say and I didn't think. We just knew. Okay, so then she tells me this longish story, the upshot of which is that she's very disappointed in this young guy who's worked for her for a year. She's in a sort of middle-range position in the company. Because she's been pushing him and she's been championing him and defending him and trying to get him a better salary and a better position. And just because he didn't, something happened, he was very unpleasant with her, and she saw a side of him that she didn't know he had. And I don't remember what I said, but I said something like, it hurt, or you were disappointed, or something or other. And then typically for me I would have said, you felt it, didn't you? Or you felt it here, or where did you feel it? Or can you feel it in your body? But I don't remember saying that, but somehow, and I don't know how, she's got her hands over her heart and she's saying, it's here. So then it was important to me to see if I couldn't keep her here instead of going back up there and attacking herself. And I said something, I don't know what, and she said, well, I can be the same with him from now on, but it won't be quite the same. And then I knew to say, oh, here it will be different, Something here will be closed that was open before. And that was right. And she said a little about, I'm very often open here. Just when I sit down with my instrument, I'm not. Which again, implicitly, we're always working on that, of course. So then I felt that we were hearing from the inside place. I said, oh, it's just like with this guy, with the instrument, it can't open, something like that. And I think I also said, I'm glad we're hearing from it, saying that I can't open. under those conditions, under those circumstances? What would it take to be able to open? And she said something about, well, feeling some kind of loving all around. And I'm not sure how she said that, but the phrase that sticks in my mind is, then I could open in response. And so to me that's a good example here of what arises from underneath has this different quality to it.